Hello and welcome to this episode of Toast the Toss, where we would be doing a preview of the Border Gavaskar Trophy. That's not a surprise anyway. So, we are going to talk about all the four tests as a preview. We will talk about what the squads are made of, any surprise elements, whom to watch out for, and some of the brilliant tweets we have received in the last few days about who should be in the playing 11. So I'm going to start with Vinayak and put him on the spot right away. Vinayak, Sunil Joshi suggests that Surya Kumar Yadav should replace Dipakshar Pujara as number 3, and still not saying that Rahul should be dropped. Any views?
There are some cricketers whose Twitter account should be taken away. I mean, they are suggesting Spot should be taken away. Some people's Twitter account should be taken away, and Pujara, Bechara, he's going to be looking. If he's looking at Twitter, then he's going to. This is a shot out of the blue kind of a thing, which he might not have expected to come. So that was something that I was literally rolling on the floor looking at that tweet. Yeah, I mean, but it's interesting, right? With this team, with the whole last 2 3 years, we have had so much surfeit of talent that anybody can come and say, I mean, literally out of this 15 20 people, you could create a team out of 11 people, and there will be some people who will be unhappy, some people who will be happy, and it is that's how it has been for any test, T20 and or ODI. But one thing I wanted to say, Arun, is that it's very apt that for a preview of a test, it has two white-haired people, and and Bidu is the bechara newbie kind of a thing coming in and going to talk about. Okay, now he has company. Now it's more evenly matched.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Bidu, if you were given a chance to put out a tweet which you think will go viral for all the wrong reasons about the Border Gavaskar Trophy right now, what would it be? What would you want to tweet about?
I don't know. I always thought because Jadeja is coming in, he should bat at number 5 for cricketing reasons purely. If it goes viral, well and good. Because I have my own reasons. With Pant out, you need someone of a left-hander in all those right-hand combinations. So you put in Jadeja at number 5, and then whole debate of Kishan, Gill, Sky, who should bat at number 5 closes. Now, who is a better number 6 out of them is the question. Or KS Bharat is a better number 6. So I would like to tweet that out, put in Jadeja at number 5, and let's close this debate of who should go at number 5.
That seems way too logical for it to be controversial, Bidu. You've been logical as usual. Pranu, how much are you missing Sarfaraz Khan in the squad?
Very much, because I guess he's more talented. I'm not saying more talented, I'm saying more capable than Surya Kumar Yadav for the time being. I mean, he has scored tons of runs in Ranji Trophy from last 5 years. It's not a 1 year thing. He is scoring continuously like 900 runs per season. So I guess he's not breaking the door. He's already smashed the door.
Okay,
Now
so
it's
you
up to the
just took off
selectors.
from what Ashwin said, and we normally don't appreciate recycled content like this on our show, Pranu. So next time we request you to give your original reply. Okay.
Sure.
Amazing. And Bumrah, how are you expecting him to come through in the third test? I'm going to start this with Pranup. Pranup?
We can manage without Bumrah in Indian conditions, especially in test. There is enough backup like Siraj, Shami, Umesh, now Unadkat. I guess there is sufficient talent. I mean, if it's England or Australia, yes, Bumrah will be missed, but not in Indian conditions because he's hardly played tests in Indian conditions.
Exactly.
I guess 1 or 2 tests.
Exactly. I think Bumrah owes his career to Umesh Yadav. Because in subcontinent on difficult pitches, it's Umesh Yadav who has always played, and Bumrah is invariably injured, rested, not interested, whatever that it is. I would actually go ahead and say that April to June is Bumrah time. Rest of the months are Gumrah time. We don't know where he is. Yeah, I think he owes his career to Umesh Yadav to keep him fresh for all the important series. Now over to the Australian side. Bidu, who's going to be the surprise package according to you? That no other pundit has said, only the fanelists of Toast the Task are going to put their money on.
I'm not sure if I have to just take a wild guess. So yesterday I was talking to few people from our group, and I was telling like in 2004 when India toured, a lot of Australian prime bowlers were injured. The Gillespies, McGrath, everybody, and they threw in Brad Williams, Nathan Bracken, and Stuart McGill. And this time also there is a similar kind of a scenario where there is Scott Boland, Lance Morris, and a few spinners, Todd Murphy, Swepson. So out of these three, I think if Lance Morris is given a chance, he is not of the Brett Lee caliber in terms of line and length, but he's definitely of a Sean Tate caliber where he can just outpace the batters. So if some pitch assist on day 1 or 2, I think we can see a 5-4 or 4-4 because in recent times, Indian batters haven't been in good form. You always see a Pant rescuing or Jadeja rescuing, and the top order is not scoring runs. So if Lance Morris gets an opportunity, the pitch assists initially, now we can see something happening there.
Sure. Vinayak, without commenting on Rahul's personal life, tell me, does he deserve a place in the 11? Because there's the immediate pivot we go into his marriage and stuff. I don't want to get there. On cricketing terms, does he deserve to be in the playing 11?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the. I don't know if I should say kid, but I feel bad for him. I mean, he has had decent performances in the Test series, but the problem is others are performing so well, so well. Shubman is like, to use the same term, no, just the last 2-3 months has been fantastic for Shubman. Last 2 months has been fantastic for Shubman. Sky has been good for 1 or 2 years. I mean, to take Pranob's I mean, the data that he put out about Sarfaraz, I mean, he's not even in the team, but he's breaking it. So, in comparison, whenever Rahul doesn't perform, it seems like he's doing the others a great disservice by taking up their spot. It is also the hype that everybody talks about as Rahul being so talented that he can do anything and everything, and when he fails, it seems like, boss, he's not living up to it. It almost seems like the Rohit Sharma of the initial 3-4 years, right? What he failed to live up to the hype that was created around him. So I don't know. I mean, I would. My personal vote is that he should be dropped tomorrow and Sky takes his place. Gill takes his place. But I don't think that is going to happen. Gill versus Shubman, Gill versus Sky is going to be for the middle order spot most probably. Let's see how that goes.
Vidu, you have something to add to that?
Yeah, I was thinking about same, but keeping the batting form aside, we saw in the last tour of Australia, Rahane was the captain. He is not even in the squad. In the last 2 years, when Rohit Sharma has been made the captain, he has just played 2 or 3 tests as a captain. And now Rahul is coming in as a vice captain. And if he is dropped, when the national selectors give anybody the responsibility of a captain or a vice captain, he's going to say, no, I'm not going to take it. Because being a captain or vice captain, you are not getting a chance to play even the matches. So it would be interesting to drop KL Rahul because he is the vice captain now for the series.
If tennis can have a non-playing captain, we can have a non-playing vice captain.
Absolutely, man. That's what I was going to say exactly the same. Bring back non-playing captains, Mike Dearly or somebody like that. Let's just get it.
We have now an online coach for Pakistan. We could have a non-playing vice captain for an Indian team. I don't think it's going to hurt anybody at all. Awesome. And the next question, coming back to Australian spin, I think they have come up with a quadrat this time, if I'm not mistaken. My bet is on Ashton. Agar wo khelega, to acha khelega is my sense. But because I think it's very innocuous, the kind of innocuous bowling that Virat Kohli hates to play. Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't spin the ball, and therefore Kohli, I don't know, can play him or not. Yeah, Vinayak.
So this is to the point. Actually, you had asked the question. You had asked Bidu about who's going to be a surprise packet. I somehow feel Travis Head could be a surprise packet, both from the batting perspective as well as he can do those dibbly doublies, Mark Waugh kind of off spin, and that is exactly the what you were talking about, innocuous and hence harmful kind of a dangerous kind of a bowler. I think he's going to be the player. He's going to be a major role for Australia this series.
And adding to what Vinayak said, like Travis said, doesn't play like Pujara. He plays more like a Pant kind of innings, like 40 ball 50 or 70 ball 100. So if someone could take on the spinners, it would be Travis Head.
Cool. Pranav, question for you. What kind of pitch are we expecting in Nagpur tomorrow?
Yes, I guess it should be ranked turner
It
from
should
day
be a
one.
rank turner. Okay, you believe that
Because
India
India
has a
won't take
better
risk
chance.
because there's a W2C final on the card. So I guess I don't think Indian team management will take a risk and dish out a sporting wicket or something. I guess they will try to win the first two matches and then be secured for the final.
There's a big trade-off that BCCI will have to play if they have to do a rank turner, which is that the weekend viewership will not be there because the match will end on Friday if it's going to be a
Exactly.
rank turner. So it's a question of whether they want to get into WTC final or rook in the make the moolah over the course of 5 days. I think that is the bigger thing. It's not about who has a bigger strength, right? Who is strong on spin or pace. I think it's about collections that they need to really worry about. Amazing. 4 matches this series, and Ahmedabad again gets to host a match. Bidu, why is Eden Gardens not picked up?
Yeah, because Dravid is a coach. Someone can make a 180 or something like that.
Okay. And Ahmedabad, why does it keep getting matches again and again?
There is a famous Shah Rukh Khan dialogue.
I really
नाम
don't
ही
know.
काफी है.
Naam
नाम ही
kafi.
काफी है.
Jai Hind. Nice. So, of the 4 pitches, what is expected to be a slightly more lively pitch based on whatever you guys know? I'm so excited about the Dharamshala test. It's going to be the most picturesque one possible. It's not the first test that's being played there. I believe they have played in the past as well.
They played in the 2016-17 series also,
Right.
India-Australia.
Right. I don't know if they can get a rank turner there. In case India has to go with 3 paces, Bidu, who would that be?
I don't see India going with 3 paces in across all 4 matches because you have an Jadeja and Ashwin always there in the side across 4. And then you will have an Akshay Patel or Kuldeep Yadav. And Akshay Patel has been running through teams whenever he plays for India in India. So I think 2 is fine. I don't see India playing with 3 paces. But
I'm
those 2
somehow
can be
thinking of
Ashwin,
Unadkat in Dharamshala. I don't know why, but something tells me that could just happen if the pitches don't exactly. I mean, if it's going to be a little more cold seaming around, etc. So let's see how that pans out. And who's going to be a favorite umpire, Vinayak?
Nitin Menon, he's the one who is there for all 4 test matches. So he's like the most acceptable Indian face kind of a umpire right now, I think. So he's there. I was surprised looking at that actually. But yeah, he's there for all 4.
And on the field, or is he going to be a third umpire?
On the field. On the field for all 4.
And are they
the
back
third
with
umpire,
a neutral umpire as well, or it's going to be Indian umpires all through?
I guess they have started with the neutral umpires.
they
From
have
1
started
year
with the
back.
neutral.
They have started with the neutral.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, at least cricket now recognizes that COVID is behind us. That's the biggest sign
COVID is
because we have
behind
had a player play with COVID recently, which is when cricketers realized that COVID was behind. Now the ICC has also realized that COVID is behind us. That's a great sign.
So the interesting offshoot of that, we'll have to see the number of referrals. Is it going to be 2 or 3?
Why was
Because
it?
they had increased it to 3 because of the non-neutral, I mean the local umpires being used.
And 2 is for the first 60 overs, or it's just 2 for an innings completely? I thought it used to be there was a time when it was per block of 60 or 80 overs. It used
80
to
overs.
be. Yeah,
80
Used
overs.
to be.
And they
I
should give additional review for after 80 overs or something.
I don't know what is the new rules on that. I don't know.
I mean,
But
that's a total of 2 reviews, I guess, maximum now.
maximum, yeah, okay.
Okay, nice.
It's going to be interesting.
Who's going to be the batting star for Australia apart from Travis Head, who Vinayak has already put his money on? Smith, I'm going to bet big on Khawaja. I think he's going to be an absolute threat. He is going to be the Jimmy Adams, Andy Flower, and whomsoever you want to call of the past. I think that he's going to be the biggest threat for India.
For me, it should be Manas. He's been the most luckiest player on the planet till now. Drop catches, scoring centuries at will. I guess it should be Manas. He's been waiting for the Indian tour for he's been waiting for Indian tour for long. And take revenge on Ashwin also.
I would also place my bet on Khwaja because he's a better player of spin. So if he can do what Hedden did in 2002-3, I always go back to 2002-3, but I only have bigger reference from there. especially when it comes to left-handed openers from Australia. Manas, yes, he comes with a track record, even Travis said, but they are first time playing in India. So how they go about it is up to them and Ashwin, whether he allows them to build their innings or not. But I'll also be looking after Cameron Green because I think he will play the first test, even if he's not bowling, because they don't want him to bring in for the third and fourth test. They just want him to play right through it. And whenever he bowls, he will bowl. And he would be like having that middle order where he can come in, score fast, and for spinners, just take his front foot out. He's 6 foot, I think. So he'll just take LBW out of it. So I'm betting on Khwaja and Cameron Green at the moment. And because he's only betting, he will put all his effort into scoring runs.
So as per what Steve Smith said yesterday, Cameron Green is not there. He's not even batting in the nets. So there's 90% chance he would.
A lot of chatter around a specialist spinner taking his space. Could be Todd Murphy even. So let's see. But
Peter Handscomb for now.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like how Australia are projecting their all-rounders. They're saying Travis Head is an all-rounder. They're saying Steve Smith is an all-rounder. But I don't see a Watson or a Andrew Simons like an all-rounder in Australian team. So it can backfire unless they. I think what Pranup is saying is actually right. If they are going, they should go with a proper spinner. Whether it is Murphy or Sweption, rather than saying that Travis Head is a spin all-rounder or Steven Smith is a spin all-rounder.
So we started off with talking about tweets, and one interesting tweet that I saw today from Siddharth Vaidyanathan was about how Indians do not talk about the pitches, hype up the pitches. We know the slope of Lords, we know the breeze in that stadium and this stadium and all those things. We don't talk about it enough. I think we don't talk about our players also. I mean, we take it to godly levels, but in this kind of mental games that the media, I think we need to learn a lot from the Western media, not Western, what is it, whatever, the developed nations, so to say.
Right. Now, the one matchup that you guys are looking forward to, each one just take one chance and tell me which matchup are you most excited about.
For me, it will be Pujara versus Hazelwood, but Hazelwood is not playing, then it will be Pujara versus Cummins for now.
Okay.
Pujara has been a thorn in Australian flesh for a long time.
Cool. Bidu?
I won't say team versus team. I would say Ashwin versus Lion, because we have series which are named after Sachin Lara, Sachin Steve Waugh, Sachin Ponting. But this time, I think, because if you see the record, I think both are in 450 around 449 something, and both approaching 500, similar age group. And I think it will be a big contest who picks up more wicket in the series.
I'm a big fan of Nathan Lyon. Unbelievable. Such purity in off spin and sustaining for so long, working from Australia. No magic to boot, but just consistency, absolute consistency, irrespective of where he plays. Vinayak, your matchup.
Matchup Ashwin versus anybody any batsman in the Australian team. I want Ashwin to leave a mark in this. I want Ashwin to leave a mark in this series. So I'm hoping for like a 30 wickets or 28 wickets or whatever, right?
It helps that there's nobody by the name Mark in Australia, so at least Ashwin can leave that in the series. I get it. That's awesome. Final question to each of you.
Hey, you didn't give your matchup. You should also give you should also pitch in with your matchup.
Ashton Nagar, Virat Kohli.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't care. Even if Ashton Nagar is 13th man, I don't care. It's still the best matchup I would look forward to.
In simple words, we should put Virat Kohli versus left-arm bowlers.
Yeah. For me, that's what Ashton Nagar and Virat Kohli, that's about it. Last question, 5 seconds each. Result for the series.
India 2-1, 3 or 3-1.
2-1 India.
2-1 or 3-1. Okay.
Yeah.
2-1 India.
2-1 India. Okay.
3-0. I don't see Australia winning. I don't know. How will they win actually? Indian batters can surprise us by not scoring runs, but yeah.
I am expecting a 1-all. Okay. So.
Wow.
I am expecting Dharamshala to be a draw. I am expecting Ahmedabad to be a draw. Let's see how it goes. Or Delhi to be a draw. Delhi and Dharamshala to be a draw. I expect Nagpur and Ahmedabad to deliver results.
Yeah.
Because Ahmedabad always delivers results, so we'll expect that.
There is no Stark Hazelwood for first 2 test matches, so I guess 2-0 up India in the initial 2 matches, then Australia might win.
Hey, no excuses, man. No excuses.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. It's been a kind of a rapid fire episode today. Absolute pleasure having Vinayak, Bedu, Pranup, this Arun Sriram signing off as the host of Toast the Toss. Subscribe to our channel, the Toast Network, and you will find lovely videos on cricket. This is the only show where it is run by the fans, for the fans, of the fans. That's why we call ourselves the most famed fanelists. So please do watch as many videos as you want. You will have a lot of fun. And if you want to join us someday as a guest, do write to us. We have a very strict audition process. On that note, thank you very much for watching this show. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.